would you tell the jury the ways that you followed up on whatever Kenneth Copeland told you?
Yes, the information I got from Kenneth Copeland, I immediately went to Detective Dennis, Detective Gafer, to see if they knew about this information. They knew about it. They gave me details on it. He was able to find that they had already started an investigation themselves into it, I believe. The Red Cartel to the Rock Crew, which stood for Raised on Cleveland, and it went over to YSL.
How did you learn this information that you just talked about?
Talking to the kids and working in the neighborhood.
Do you remember, in particular, the persons that were involved in the 2 homicides, victim and suspect?
Still objecting to that question about the victims?
And information that this witness can provide. We believe that the witness has information which will allow the determination of certain material matters in this case. He can, I don't want to overrule, who were the victims in the 2 homicides?
The one particular I investigated, her name was Julian Jones.
And who was the suspect?
He was not a suspect.
Hang on.
403, 401, 402.
403, 401, 402 objections from Steele.
Talked about as it related to Rock Crew. I believe that the one that he is going to talk about is going to deal with information given by other witnesses and allows the jury to determine the credibility of information that they have heard from other witnesses. It's not bolstering because it's his personal knowledge. Determine things that are pertinent to this indictment, the existence of the enterprise, some of the information in the indictment about the start of the enterprise.
Why do I feel like she's just yapping right now? What is she saying?
Beginnings, the kind of crimes that have been committed. It's relevant. We're talking about YSL and the beginnings of YSL and the groups from which YSL evolved. The relevant standard is a very low standard.
Is it that prong of it, Mr. Steele, or something else?
Every prong of it, no.
Every prong.
Well, him saying every prong, Your Honor, any information that tends to prove an allegation in the indictment is going to be prejudicial to the defendant. And Mr. Steele or no one on behalf of the defendant Williams is offering up how it unfairly prejudices Mr. Williams for the state to be able to prove elements in the indictment, the existence of the gang, the beginnings of the gang as we allege, the conspiracy itself. He hasn't. I don't know how it's unfairly prejudicial in such a way.
Whose phone made that noise? Somebody knows whose phone made the noise. Whose phone made the noise? Okay, whether it's outside a bag or not, phones aren't supposed to be making noise. So if you can't turn the phone off before you come into court, then you're not going to be able to have the phone in court.
She's talking to someone in the media side.
If the point of it is that Stevens was a material witness and knew something about it.
No, that I'm tying it into alleged members of YSL, activities that they participate in, and the way that they operate as an enterprise, the existence of the enterprise.
All right, tell me how whatever you think this witness is going to say is going to do that.
It gives the jury the information that witness is aware of a particular murder that involved 2 Rock Crew and then later YSL.
He's going to be able to testify that they were involved in this murder?
No, they didn't. They didn't do the murder.
Okay, so what is it then?
Your Honor, their involvement and their association with one another, we have to prove